Lewis.
I'm Vincent.
I'm Mark.
I'm Jose.
And this is Newton's 3 Laws of Physics.
Oh! I didn't get moved.
The purpose of this video is to inform you and educate you guys on Newton's 3 Laws of Motion. They don't want you learning Newton's 3 Laws of Motion. Alright? Bless up. Give thanks to the Most High. An object in a state of constant velocity, including zero velocity, will continue in that state unless acted upon by net external force.
As you can see, an object at rest will remain at rest.
In this situation, Watson, Vincent, and Jose are objects that keep on doing what they are doing. They all have a velocity of 0 meters per second. They are currently resting and will stay that way because no force is acting upon them.
An object in motion will stay in motion.
In this last example of Newton's first law, Lewis and his car are traveling at about 3 miles per hour. The car is moving with a westward velocity and it will continue to move in the same direction and speed, while Taylor Swift music will continue to play. They don't want you to drive a car with your foot up like that.
A net force acting on a mass causes that mass to accelerate in the direction of the net force. The acceleration is directly proportional to the net force acting on the mass and inversely proportional to the mass of the object being accelerated.
Jose was riding at a constant velocity due west until Vincent came up and shoved him due north, which had made him change his velocity and accelerate until he landed on the floor. The reason behind this is because Vincent's net force has greater than Jose's, which made him accelerate in the direction of Vincent's force. You know, you gotta understand in life sometimes you fall down, but you gotta get back up. And when you do, it's called you the greatest.
As you can see, Vincent and Jose exerted a net force of 500 newtons to the right because of their strong masculine body. Their weight room skills made the Jeep move and accelerate to the right. And, as Newton's second law stated, the net force causes the mass to accelerate in the direction of the net force. They don't want you accelerating up.
Lion!
Lie in order. Bless up. For every action force, there exists an equal and opposite reaction force. When one object exerts a force on the second object always responds with a duplicate force in the opposite direction.
In this scene, Watson and Vincent run into each other with rolling chairs. They push the chairs with about the same force, which causes them to roll at the same speed. When they come into contact, they bounce off of each other with equal force, which forces them to roll away about the same distance.
In this scene, Watson gets put on a poster by Lewis. The ball travels through the hoop and lands on the floor. When the ball hits the floor, the force of the ball hitting the ground was replicated by the force of the ground. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction.
In conclusion, the first law pertains to an object continuing what it's doing unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. The second law pertains to net force and acceleration. The third law pertains to action-reaction, which is an equal and opposite reaction force. This project provides examples of each of the 3 laws of motion to help you understand the concept to each of these laws. Give thanks for these laws. Bless up.